Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to another week of football. Man United were made the villains after a 3-1 defeat to Aston Villa. Arsenal gave Chelsea the blues as they returned to the top of the league with a 1-0 victory. And in the European draws, Liverpool faced Real Madrid, PSG faced Bayern, Dortmund faced Chelsea, and Barcelona faced United. Amir, take it away.
Thank you very much, Dan. And we're going to start with Chavez, who also didn't have a great weekend with the Aston Villa loss. Emery's first game. I think he said a good evening to you.
Yeah,
Didn't
thanks,
he carry
man.
on? What do you think?
To be fair, right. I said we'd lose before the game started. New manager bounce. Emery, didn't he knock us out of the Europa League? It's is what it is. I'm not actually that upset. I know we lost to Man City, and I was like, just move on. It's a case of just moving on quickly. No, because our record defensively is great, and we've just had two games where we've
but you've beaten Villa for the past 27 years at their own home ground, and then all of a sudden, bang.
Yeah, it is what it is. If that previous guy was manager, we would have won. It's just one of them ones.
Steven Gerrard. What was the issues you found with that game? What went wrong for Ten Hag?
I think our midfield, we're so used to Bruno, Casemiro, and Eriksen, and suddenly you bring Donny van der Beek in, who the less I speak, the better about him.
Slander. Really?
Well, he's not very good, is he? And we don't know if he's going to get better. I mean, we've been waiting a very long time. We've been waiting, and he's still not very good. So but aside from that, obviously the front three with Ronaldo, there's always issues. Sorry, Ronaldo again. So I'm not going to go on for Ronaldo again, but there's issues. Ten Hag was at fault in this game. For once, I can actually pick out some mistakes from Ten Hag. He put Rashford on the right and he took accommodate for Garnacho on the left when Rashford is our best left winger at the moment. So that was another thing I guess you could fault him for. But it is what it is. We'll move on. We'll win the next game. It's that simple.
For me, what was your thoughts? I know you didn't really touch base on the Sociedad win as well. Garnacho coming into the side. How do you think he's done in the two games he's played?
I think he's setting a good example because Sancho needs to do exactly what Garnacho is doing right now. He's running at defenders, he's direct, and Sancho, I don't know what has happened to him. He's lost all his confidence and he kind of he's a passenger in games, takes the easy option on every chance he gets. So hopefully Sancho looks at this and comes back. But yeah, Garnacho looks good, but this is the part where Man United fans start saying he's the next. I've seen Garnacho get compared to a lot of great footballers already, and this doesn't help us there.
Langa's absolutely
Martinelli.
Yeah, it's not Martinelli, but it's not helpful.
It's like Elanga again, isn't it?
Yeah, Elanga will leave Man United in the next 3 years, 100%. He's not Man United quality. Yeah, people were comparing him to all sorts before, so we should stop overhyping our players. Just let him do his thing. He's okay right now.
Perfect. And anything else on the?
Well, I was going to say
the draw as well.
I was just going to say you noted a lot of negatives. Is there any positives? You called out Ten Hag and Garnacho.
I didn't call out Ten Hag, Dan. Jesus. All I said was he made one mistake. I'm gunned for it. Wow.
Ten Hag
sounding like the
Ten Hag out.
You're sounding like the sun. All I said was he made his first obvious mistake for me since he's come. But again, there might have been reasons behind that. But yeah, we always trust the manager.
Any positives?
Positives, yeah. We've got a great manager. We've got one of the best front threes in the Premier League. We've got one of the best defenses in the Premier League. We've got the best centre back in the Premier League in Lisandro Martinez. We've got the best defensive midfielder in the Premier League in Casemiro. We've got currently the best right back in world football in Diego Dallo.
You've got everything wrong there. Okay.
Well, you said you wanted positives.
But that's all wrong. That's all incorrect. That's not being
positives about your 3-1 loss to Villa, but
Arsenal fan getting loud. This is what we love to see. But and
chat,
obviously
1-0.
I can chat all I want, and we will be chatting in a bit.
Correct.
Big today. Big news. You got Barcelona as well, didn't you, in the Europa League? Big game. Two massive clubs. A proper build up to this game. I can't wait for that. What do you think? Do you think?
I'm going to be honest. I wanted Barca or Ajax because we kind of need to prove if we can't beat Barca in the Europa League or this playoff or whatever it is, we don't deserve to be playing further games in that competition. So we might as well go out and save some games, have some free time to actually not get injured. But if we do, then yeah, we deserve to be in the competition. And I think we can beat them. I think Barca are not the same as Barca fans. The way they're treating this is as if they've got their 2011 team, which they don't. This is a new Barcelona. So I think it'll be a great game, especially with Ten Hag's team developing right now. Everything's improving, so by then, hopefully, we'll be even better. So we'll see. Frankie De Jong, he won't
Fantastic.
start for Barcelona, so that'll be great to see him on the bench when he could have been playing for us.
Frankie, so do you think he'll get a bit of stick if he comes on at Old Trafford at all? Do you reckon?
I think he'll get laughed at when he doesn't come on because he won't play a part in it probably.
Fantastic. Okay, I think that really sums up United this week. Dan, we'll come on to you now. Guess the streak's over again. This little mini streak. You're losing to Coventry.
It was,
what was your
complete polar opposites between the midweek game and the Saturday game? Oh, you actually put the time on for a minute. Okay.
That's
here
we go.
I'm joking.
No, so we went 1-0 down to Cardiff quite early on, and we actually showed a bit of fight to come back and win the game 2-1 and held out. As I said, complete polar opposites. We went 1-0 down to Coventry, who weren't playing very well and hadn't actually won a game at Vicarage Road up until they turned up on Saturday and won 1-0. But yeah, we went 1-0 down, went behind and didn't show anything. As I said, polar opposites to midweek. We scored an offside goal and Saar missed for about a yard and a half out. Yeah, no positives apart from, no positives from the weekend. But yeah, free game winning streak. Got Reading in midweek and then Bristol away on Saturday before the World Cup.
I was going to say, Dan, I've got a quick question. Sorry, mate. I just wanted to ask, just before, obviously, because the rest of the Premier League have next week and then that's it until the World Cup. Is that the same for the Championship as well? Does the Championship continue?
So we come back on the 18th, I think, 18th of December. We get the group stages and that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because obviously the majority of Championship players are either not going to the World Cup or, no offense, play for lesser nations. They'll be back. Which is unfortunate for us because Senegal have got quite a good team, so we will be probably missing Saar. Even though
Ops on João Pedro missing the Brazil team.
They picked the wrong Pedro.
They actually did.
They
reckon that could have been a spot for him.
They picked a fidget spinner as well.
Fidget spinner. Shavez, what are you gonna say about that?
Yeah, Anthony.
He's gonna start. You know that. He's better than Rafinha.
Chavez, I never asked you very quickly. That Anthony spin and then the ball out of play. What do you think of that?
You English people, one day in a couple of months, Brazilians, Brazil will be 3-0 up against you in a game, yeah, and Anthony will be there and he's going to do that spin on you a couple of times, and then you'll all cry when you get knocked out. When you get knocked out of the World Cup.
Anthony's on the bench, mate.
Why can't players express themselves?
No, but yeah, I've got no issue with that. But he'll be on the bench for Brazil, so I don't know what you're
No, restart over Rafinha.
Yourself, and you can't do the pass. No.
Very quickly.
Neymar, Vinicius, and then Gabriel Jesus on the right.
No,
who's your front three for Brazil?
It's what he said, but it's Anthony's. Anthony, no, I'm not even saying as if he's going to start. He starts in Brazil's best team. He plays like Fred. Joe Linton is on better form than Fred. Yet Fred's in the team because Fred's going to start, but Joe Linton's not even in the squad, even though he's in better form. It's just how it works with Brazil.
It'll be a front four, like a Neymar behind Vinicius, Anthony, and
Jesus.
So, and Anthony,
maybe
you're.
I reckon. I don't think he should start. I think Richarlison and stuff like that.
That Watford bias.
No, Richarlison scored the most.
He's injured though as well. Richarlison's injured, I think. Yeah, but for the minute.
If he's fit, he scored the most amount of goals for Brazil this calendar year.
No.
So if he's in form and international, you've got to play.
I guess if he's in the squad, isn't he? Then it looks like he could be having a part in the World Cup. I think Firmino should have made it, but I guess we'll have that discussion. You're finished. Okay, the big one is here. I'm ready. I think El's been ready for the last
chat to me
hours as well.
Chat to me.
Arsenal 1,
Chelsea 0.
Elliot, from your end, I know you observe and watch every second of Arsenal games, etc., etc. What was your assessment of the game, firstly?
I do have to admit, for the first kind of half, the only kind of standout players were probably Partey and Zinchenko. Everyone was kind of a bit standoffish for the first kind of half, but then towards the end of the second half, we've decided to become the Arsenal for the previous games that we've been knowing for the past times. Fluid football, one touch, two touch, easy stuff, passing it round, making Havertz, Aubameyang, Sterling not even there. Saliba, again, man of the match for me. What an absolute conservative beast at the back. I have to say, Amir, I know he's 38 years old, but Thiago Silva was your best player. That's
Yeah, that's every game for Chelsea. He's our best player, which
Yes.
really says something about our squad.
That's exactly it. This is what I was about to say. Like, I know it's a hard thing. It was obviously I can say this as well, but Chelsea have spent what 200 million in the past 2 years on like Havertz, Sterling,
Probably
Aubameyang,
more than that. Yeah, more than
and
that.
you think
Um,
obviously with this amount of money and quality in your team, because don't get me wrong, if you look at it on paper, you got Sterling, Aubameyang, Havertz, Jorginho, you got all these quality players in your team, but you think on paper they'd be absolutely storming it, but at the moment there's just no gel in that team that's like forming them together.
yeah,
And obviously at this moment in time, us as an Arsenal team, we're so well driven and morale is so high in that team that I don't think anything's stopping us. Other than obviously a juicy little Man City performance against us if Haaland's fit, but I don't know. We'll see about that. But yeah, in my opinion, as I said, for the last like 30 minutes of that game, it was an absolute joy to watch. We were just running the shows against you. Aubameyang obviously got subbed off in the 60th minute, and we got a cheeky little goal from a corner. There's nothing more to say other than on to the next against Wolves.
Mm. Okay, that obviously sums up from a Chelsea, and that was an absolutely atrocious game that I obviously tried to wipe from my memory very quick, and I can't do it. But we were there for the taking for you guys. I'm surprised you didn't score 2 or 3 or 4. To
We
be
should have.
honest,
We should have.
you should have outplayed us tactically. I guess you can see for the goal, Thiago Silva, we were going long every time. He had no midfield to pass to because of the press on the midfield. So he lost the ball. You got the corner and you score a goal, and it kind of just summed up the game. I didn't agree with Potter's comments that the players tried after the game because they didn't. The players were absolutely awful. I guess I feel for Potter a tiny bit because we obviously lost Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Kante's not here as well, and these are 3 very integral starting players for us. But it's still no excuse to not turn up against Arsenal. So it was absolutely atrocious. Havertz was awful. Mount was absolutely terrible. I'm kind of siding with you guys more with how Mount has played this season because he's been absolutely awful.
Yeah.
Havertz turns up against nobody. He's like Dinamo Zagreb, with all due respect, and everyone gasses him up in the fan base, and he doesn't turn up again. Aubameyang, I feel sorry for because he didn't get the service, and as a striker, you do need service. And you hit the nail on the head with Thiago Silva. It's quite astounding that with the players we've signed over the past 2-3 seasons, from when obviously after the transfer ban, the Ziyech's, the Havertz, etc., and our best player
Came on a
since then,
free.
and still is a 38-year-old free transfer, and that says a lot about Chelsea, to be honest with you.
But should you think? I was
yeah.
just going to touch. Obviously, you were going to feel sorry for Potter. He was obviously when he was at Brighton. He's built that team over a course of years. He's put players in the right like round pegs, round holes type thing. Whereas at Chelsea, just said you've got a lot of injuries and it's nowhere near his team. He was it? I don't know if it was you or someone else maybe last week said like give him sort of 3-4 transfer windows.
I'd
At
give
least.
him as many transfer windows, to be honest. I'll give him at least 2. I think these aren't his players at all. He can't play the system he wants to play. He's playing a 2-shell system because he doesn't have the players to play what he wants to play. He's losing Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Kante in the midfield. Do you know how big these plays for us are? And especially Reece James, who's probably been our best player this season, even despite being injured. He's our main attacking outlet as well. So it's actually crazy how much we miss him. So I feel for him in that aspect, but at the same time, he doesn't help himself with picking Mount and Havertz each week because I think Pulisic, Ziyech, despite their poor form previous season, deserve a chance as well. I don't understand this Mount and Havertz constant playing all the time. And
Amir, I wanted to bring someone up. I wanted to bring someone up for you. Do you know old Cucurella, 60 million? And then if you watch the goal back, he was just hugging Xhaka. What do you think about that?
No, that Cucurella has been very poor for us since he's come. Or I haven't seen many good performances from him. And I guess it's hard coming from a team like Brighton, which is obviously why I guess I don't want to throw too much slack at him. But I get the transfer now, why we spent 60 mil on him, because with the injuries that Chilwell's having, etc. I don't know if it's our medical team being absolutely rubbish or what. 60 mil on Cucurella looks smart now because we don't know how long Chilwell's out again, which is obviously very worrying. But I would give Potter time. I see you.
Sorry.
Go for it. No, go for it.
All right. Ziyech put on his story, I don't know if you know, on his Instagram, video of him scoring against Chelsea. which was on. I don't know if it was the day that you
Did
played
he?
Arsenal. What are your thoughts on that? This is great because this happens at Man United. This sort of drama, so it's so nice to see a different.
Yeah, but
I
do
don't
you know
know,
what?
I
Do
think-
you know where this doesn't happen? Arsenal.
Well,
Yeah,
it
'cause
does,
you're a well-oiled
Aubameyang
system.
was absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we can go into
Fair
Arsenal and what's going on in your midfield.
I want to go
we
into
can't
Arsenal.
legally.
Come.
Legally, we can't.
Come.
No, legally we can't.
What do
About
you
your
mean
certain.
legally?
Legally, we
Wait, let-
can't. No, it's right. We can't. We're not going to
yeah.
get. We're not going to start accusing.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you're
Well,
right,
go
I
back
can
to the
see
Ziyech
that.
thing.
Yeah, Ziyech just wanted to leave Chelsea all summer, and obviously not playing him is obviously going to cause tension, etc. So I kind of see what he did. I saw Aubameyang like in Troops's Instagram post about Arsenal clowning Chelsea as well. So obviously there's issues there, but yeah, no, I'd give Potter time. I see dumbass Chelsea fans calling for Potter to be sacked, Potter out, etc. I'm like, what is wrong with you guys? Like, get a grip. I think give him time, and then we will see the benefits of it, especially soon.
Can I just say as well, Thomas Partey is the best centre defensive midfielder in the league right now.
Is he though? Is
No,
he?
he's
Yes,
not.
in this
I think Declan Rice
right
is- Declan
right
Rice is
now,
much better than him.
right now he's the
Declan
best
Rice
in the
is
league.
much
Rodri.
What?
better.
Declan Rice
Casemiro. Declan Rice is so much better than him.
than Partey.
Yeah.
Well, you think Declan
Well,
Rice is a more integral
Casemiro
part
is
of that
better
West
than
Ham
all of
team?
them. So.
Casemiro, you lost 3-1.
All right, I want to come on to you. I want to put a bit of stick
Chat
on
to
you
me
as
a
well. I
bit.
know everyone's praising Arsenal, etc., etc.
Yeah, chat
How
to
can
me
you
about that.
chat?
You're
Like,
still-
there's nothing negative about that club.
Yeah, chat to me a minute.
You're still one. I've got
Still what?
Gabriel Jesus
Perfect,
is
bro.
on a goal drought right now, isn't he?
No,
Oh,
How do you feel
no.
about that?
Anyway,
He's on a goal. What do you mean? Oh no. Anyway, explain.
I
to
don't
me
I'll do a
about
Jeremy
that.
Clarkson. Oh no. Anyway,
What do you
because
think
it doesn't
about his
fucking just
confidence?
how integral he is to this team. It doesn't matter if he scores goals. He
But
causes
do you think
problems.
that's going to hurt. What do you think is the reason for his kind of goal drought? Would you say not being in the last
Drought.
Brazil squad? Do you think his confidence is down? What
I
would
can
you
tell
say?
you,
from-
Amir. I'm
This
not really
doesn't
in his
make any
mind.
sense.
You missed
I
the
actually don't
head.
understand why. Yeah, I'm
But
not. I don't
considering-
have like
I think he
an
has
ability to
got-
read his mind and go,
I
let me
think he
see
has
why he's
got
not
9
scoring
games
goals.
without.
He's got 9 games without
drop my
scoring.
reasoning. My reasoning.
It's much more than
Regardless
that,
of the
though.
goals, he's so integral to this team that
Can
even
I-
without the goals, he actually puts such a good shift in for us. If you see,
I
Amir,
understand that. Learning to
Jesus
I think
against
run
you guys
super
was
if you watch-
amazing. He ruined. Even against Thiago Silva, he bodied him. See you later. Got the ball back and nearly scored.
Nearly.
I think if you
That's a
watch
big word,
Arsenal,
the key word.
Jesus drops deeper and allows Saka and Martinelli to run past him for them to get the ball.
Hmm.
You look at
No,
Martinelli
I'm right.
scoring a lot. I think that's what it is. He's dropping it.
You're right. I'm
Dropping a little bit
nitpicking a
deeper.
lot. I am nitpicking a lot, but I'm trying to find negatives to help my case with Arsenal. Because do you know how
There
much?
is none.
How much like
They only
Hates
scored
that.
one
There's
goal
Not
against
not a
right
us.
single
now, the fact
negative
that
in that
they've-
Arsenal squad.
There's
Right.
Gabriel scored. Saliba got man of the match. Ben White is fucking quality at right back. Gareth Southgate needs to put him in that England squad.
He still doesn't
Zinchenko is
start
back
ahead
to
of Trippier.
business. Partey's the best CDM in the league. Xhaka is quality in his centre middle role. Saka and Martinelli are the best youngsters in the entire world at this moment in time. And Jesus is a
Whoa.
beast up top.
Whoa!
Wow.
What?
Yeah, why? We're top
you're
of the
still
league,
one
no?
or two injuries
Why are
away
they not
from
the best in
going
the world?
back
Why
to
can't we put them there?
Top of the English Premier League and not playing in the Champions League.
Yeah, but why can't they be put in the conversation if we're top of the league?
Because I think players like Vinicius and Jude
Vinicius is what,
Bellingham,
23,
etc., have
24?
Yeah, but still.
they're doing it in the Champions League.
Saka let a country down.
Fuck's sake.
so did Rashford and Sancho, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly.
He always goes back.
Yeah, but I'm not saying they're the best youngsters in the league.
Yeah, but they're about 25.
The
aren't
world,
they?
sorry, the world. In the league,
You were
sure.
banging on about Rashford.
Sancho disaster class. What I do very quickly want to chat about is we did get Dortmund in the we topped our group in the Champions League. I guess that's a positive.
Oh, well
and we not in the Champions League, so what's it matter?
No, I'm clapping you,
we
well
got
done.
Dortmund.
I'm actually like, well
No,
done.
it's
Yeah, what you
It's the first ever time we're playing Dortmund ever.
ever? Really?
Ever. We've never played Dortmund before in a game.
You-
Why are you clapping
Wow.
for?
It doesn't matter. Why are you bringing up these
Wow.
stats?
No,
Jude Bellingham's about to entirely
Yeah, you'll get knocked
destroy your
out.
team. Yeah, you
Well,
see you
no,
later.
Do you know what else has
Not
never
so,
happened?
really.
Do you know what else has never happened? I mean,
Chelsea-
Potter's never played in a Chelsea. He's never managed a knockout Champions League game, so he'll go out. It's unfortunate.
He's playing in it, so how is he going to get knocked? He's going
It's
to
his
play
first time.
top the group as well. What are you boys' assessment on Chelsea at the moment? Do you think there's going to
Tip top
be
club.
it's going to be like an Arsenal? Is it going to be a few years before we go back to winning trophies? Do you think maybe?
Yes.
Okay, wait, no. Do you know how I see it logically? So, I think you will go through a really tough period, like how Arsenal went with Arteta. But Arsenal backed him, and when most fans didn't, I don't trust you to do that. So that's why I think you've
got what's his face? Todd. What's his name?
Bowley.
Todd Bailey?
We don't know what he's
Bowley.
like, but
We don't know what he's
I don't
like.
think he'll have the same resilience as Arsenal's.
I've got to say something, by the way. If you saw at the end of the Arsenal game, Josh Conke was in the away changing room celebrating with our boys. That's one of our owners there, bro.
Isn't that the one you wanted out?
No, Stan.
He was out 2 weeks ago.
That is Stan.
2 weeks ago, and now he's all happy now.
I said, I was Arteta out 2 weeks ago. You're right.
On the topic of manager,
Happy to be Arteta out 2 weeks ago.
You were.
I got a question for you. Are you Potter out?
No,
oh yeah,
never.
Okay, how many do you? Just a hypothetical question. How many would you have to lose from this point on in a row to be Potter out?
Relegated. That's what needs to be proper Potter out.
What, you'd allow him to get you to relegation?
Yeah. 18th place in a black.
If you finish 17th in the league, you're happy with that.
Honestly, I would.
Right, we'll stick to that. I think if you lose the next 4 in a row, you'd be like, yeah, let's sack him. It would be so toxic.
No. How am I? When have I? Was I toxic?
No, I'm saying it would be so toxic around the club. Like you.
I know our fan base are very toxic. Our fan base are very toxic, but I'm not toxic.
Hasn't who got sacked as well today?
Yeah,
finally.
Oh, the Southampton
manager. Yeah. We'll probably get some other elite manager.
Sean
Dyche. Do you know who's going there? Luton manager.
Why is Sean Dyche not coming back to the Prem? Get him back.
On other notes, we obviously cover the other sides. Liverpool versus Spurs. Did you guys catch the game?
FSG.
What do you guys think of that?
Apparently they're selling up.
What's FSG?
Liverpool's owners are selling.
Ownership.
So if you're interested.
We put together a GoFundMe.
TopTierTalk buys Liverpool.
Yeah. No, but now suddenly, do you know what? Liverpool fans who have been saying, "Oh, Arabs and Newcastle, what they're doing is terrible." I'm seeing so many Liverpool fans on Twitter saying, "Oh, we take an Arabic owner now just because it's going to benefit them."
Yeah.
The double standard.
But back to the game. Did any of you guys watch it? Because from my end, I watched the game. I thought Kulusevski was absolutely brilliant when he came on. I think if there was about 5-10 minutes left of that game, I could see Tottenham getting an equaliser. But I don't know what happened to Liverpool that second half.
I suppose not flying, but comfortable. I suppose is probably the right words to use. We just
Salah against the big six. He's inevitable.
I do have to say, I watched. Obviously, it's not the same as watching the whole 90, but I watched Match of the Day and I watched the highlights of it. And I can wholeheartedly agree with you, Amir, that I do reckon if there was an extra bit, because Tottenham looked deadly towards the end of that game. And they just weren't finishing their chances.
The whole second half.
Very lucky. Yeah. Very lucky.
Even though they were 2-0 up, you just had in the back of your mind that they would come back in it. I don't know what it is, how vulnerable Liverpool are. And
Perisic hit the post, hit the crossbar. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just wasn't there today.
Top their group as well. And the other game obviously was Man City. City. Who did Man City play again?
Fulham. Oh my.
Fulham.
Bullshit penalty.
No, end on a bad mood with referees.
Leno should have saved that.
Can we not ruin the weekend with referees walk again, please? For the foul.
But yeah, that's +2 there in the league that Man City shouldn't have. It's terrible. And that's terrible for Arsenal. It affects you the most. Yeah.
And how was it that the next Arsenal keeper made a blunder, didn't he? Underneath.
Oh, no, he's always bringing us into it. We're still in your head. Still in your head.
Still finding ways to put Arsenal down.
Still finding ways to get negatives out for us.
A lot of negatives. Yeah. I guess.
In his head.
I didn't even hear what he said.
Yeah.
I said Stan Kroenke's paying a mere rent, as in.
He didn't hear himself what he said. But yeah, I think that kind of sums up the footy for the week. Any other talking points? Was anything else maybe you want to bring up about the game?
Obviously, I know it's obviously a week in advance, but we got the last week of match weeks before the World Cup, boys. I want to do it because we haven't done it in a very long time. Can we do our predictions for our teams? So we've got Wolves. Would you
Wait, before we even do that, I just want to say a quick prayer to all the players that are playing for next week. Do you know all the World Cup players that are going to compete at the World Cup? Big prayer for you. Honestly, it's so sad to see. It's so sad to see when players get injured because so many have. and we need all these players at the World Cup.
It's been Son out of the World Cup now.
Yeah,
is he out?
Messi
Or-
needs to just
Wow.
be, wrapped up.
Relax.
I don't think
yeah.
Messi. I think Messi told the PSG manager he doesn't want to play.
No,
the
it was just for
World
one game. It was just for one
He
game.
told
Anyway.
Mbappe he didn't want to play.
Honestly, I don't mind it. This is it. Like for a lot of these
Cup.
players, this is it.
And
I think
then-
Ronaldo
can we
needs to
also
start
have
complaining and get benched.
All right, what's the Ronaldo?
Yeah, because so he can play in the
Thanks,
World Cup.
Ronaldo.
This is his final hurrah.
Oh, relax. That'd be poetic, wouldn't it? Argentina, Portugal final. Can we also have a prayer for Chelsea, who have Man City and Newcastle in the next 2 games
No,
for
no,
the World
no.
Cup? And
I hope you
think
lose
we
7-0
need to-
both.
No, yeah. I hope you get dicked.
Got an echo here, haven't we?
Look at his-
Oh,
look at his-
who did
What's your
Arsenal
next?
get in the? Yeah, we got Man City.
Who did we get in the
FA
Europa?
Cup. Who did you get in the Europa? Do you
Oh,
even-
yeah.
We don't because we came top of the group, so we have to wait until all these dropouts play.
Oh, knowledge. See, I like it. I'm testing
That's not
you.
knowledge.
Good.
It's just with
That's
the,
just
that game.
that's just being an
Yeah.
Arsenal fan. What?
Yeah.
Well done. Well done. Very
Trying to
well
catch
done.
me out.
Knowledge.
Trying to find a negative. Shut your bitch ass up and let's get on
I'm
to some
trying to find a
predictions.
negative about predictions. Wow. Yeah.
So I want to. Okay,
got
let's start
two
with you. Actually,
games.
we'll start with you. Who was it? You're playing Newcastle, aren't you? What's your predictions for that?
Yeah.
Go on.
1-0 Chelsea.
Nah, I reckon you're 3-1 Newcastle.
Okay.
I'll say 2-2 draw.
Wait, who are you
Really?
playing?
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Oh, Newcastle. Oh God, that's not good for you.
Newcastle at home as well.
You're playing the best player in world football, the Ballon d'Or front runner right now, Almiron. 2-1 Newcastle. Yeah, we have to be quick
Yeah.
with these.
Arsenal
who-
Wolves. Arsenal Wolves.
3-0
Wolves
Arsenal.
2-0.
3-0
1-1.
Arsenal.
Cool.
1-1.
Fulham, Man United.
1-0.
1-1
2-1 Fulham.
What? You're gonna win that
Can
game.
you see all of us at the same time?
6-0 to us. Okay, yeah.
6-0. Yeah, no one cares about Watford. Get out
I
of
mean
it.
that yeah, no one cares really. Guess that wraps it up. I mean, another happy game week for Elliot. Me and Chavez obviously down. Me more than him, obviously, and down also the losing streaks up. So I guess that's it, and we'll catch you boys next week. And we're gonna have a lot of World Cup specials too. So tune in.